feel like it's been forever. I do. I feel like it's been forever because I did this week like a week and a half ago. So it feels like it's been a lot of time. Okay. I get myself where I can see me on my phone and make sure that I'm still streaming because I'm out here in in the wooded areas, in the woodlands, in the deep south. And sometimes I'm not sure if my connection is allowing me to stream live or not. So it's always me taking a chance when I come on here. So have y'all been? Have you been? How's it going? Are we getting through these problems? These little first world problems, as some would call it. These little nagging issues. It's like everything is going so much better than it had been going, like at the beginning of the year. But it's just like these little nagging issues, little small nuisances that just won't go away. And we're dealing with those. And once those go away, we're good. We're good. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see what we have. I'm trying to work on doing quicker readings because I'm not no really talking person. I listen more than I talk when I'm around people. So this is the most that I just talk nonstop ever. And I be tired. Like I be tired when I'm done with reading. So I'm trying to work on my speed. Something that you're confronting is getting ready to move ahead. So while I was just talking about those little nuisance, little first world problems, as I've been calling them, little issues, a little thing that we've been dealing with for well over a month now, I feel like things will begin to move ahead. I don't know how fast, but I do feel like you'll be in a good position, however quickly it moves along. And it's like about time. About time is the feeling that I'm getting here. Now, some things have to be uncovered. This is a theme that we talked about last time too. Some things have to be uncovered. Some truths have to be unearthed. So, in some way, there have been some deception. Someone wasn't giving you the fullness of what they had, or they weren't giving to you the fullness of what you are owed. So whatever that situation is, that'll be moving forward. Whether it's you moving forward or the situation moving forward, where you get what you deserve or get what you should have had already. I think that you've learned to just kind of maintain a very graceful stance about everything through all of this. Um, you kind of embody that bigger person energy now. It's like a lot of things that would have bothered you or been like a pest to you, months, years, weeks ago. You kind of just have this. It's an energy of forbearance. Like you just don't act when people try to provoke you. It's like you can't really get that out of me because you don't deserve it's not worth it. I don't see what you get out of this, but I'm not going to engage you. It's that type of energy. Victorious. I feel like you find a lot of this strength that you're getting from right there in your home. So I'm not sure what may have happened. Maybe it's some reunions that are happening, or some open communication, an open line of communication happening with your immediate family, mom, dad, sister, brother. If you grew up with your grandparents and your grandparents raised you, then they would be considered your immediate family, not extended family. Basically, the people that you come from, with all of them or with one of them, some of them, whatever the case may be, an open line of communication is there now, where before it was probably a lot of strife or arguing or bad blood, estrangement. That could have been the issue. But now it's like an open line of communication. And I feel like once you heal that central issue, a lot of other things begin to heal itself in your life. So that could be why your demeanor is in such a better place now. It's like some deep rooted hurtful issue that may have come from childhood has been healed now, or it is on the process to healing. So you don't carry around such resentment, you don't carry around such anger, that explosive type of rage within you. It's not really there anymore. So you've conquered it, and you're getting ready to conquer whatever these little, issues that keep just kind of lingering around, you're ready to get rid of it. Those things are about to be taken care of too in due time. Of course, everything is about timing. So in due time, it will be taken care of. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. I see some fire energy. I see the chariot here. So I do see a sense of movement, that six of staff. So things are moving, but it's not like I see like an eight of wands. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that type of energy here. So I can't promise you that things are going to move ahead quickly, as quick as you would want them to. But I do see movement here. So things are getting better, slowly but surely, for a lot of cases, at a fairly decent rate for others. Commitment. Commitment. Hmm. Commitment. I heard commitment issues. I don't want anybody to manifest that because it's in the position of manifestation. I don't want anyone to create commitment issues. That's not a good thing. But I am hearing like commitment issues, creating commitment issues. You know what? For some, I feel like this isn't you. This isn't you. For some people, who are tuning in and watching this, and you're kind of just healing yourself, and you have that open line of communication where it may have been some hurt there between you and a family member. I think it applies to those people. Maybe you were in a situation with someone who was more like a playboy, or like they real concerned about their appearance. Like, this person has to be dressed to the nines every time they walk out of the house. They have to smell good. They probably take longer in the mirror than they should. um that's kind of sexist, because I'm thinking in my mind, this man is taking too long in the mirror. But I take a good hour and a half easily, easily, and even more than that in the mirror, and that's not a problem. So I won't be sexist today, even though calling a spade, this person takes too long in the mirror. And they're really full of themselves. There's an energy of being really full of themselves, and I feel like that person is the one who will have commitment issues, or already has commitment issues. And I think you're going to add fuel to the fire, because along with everything else moving forward, I see you moving forward also. And it's like maybe they kind of played around with a lot of people, but they may have been playing with you too. But it was like they were playing with you less than they were playing with other people, if that makes sense. It's like their whole energy is that of getting around. I feel Sagittarius energy, and if you know Sagittarius men, then you understand me. I feel an energy of like, I get around from this person, and that's just who they are. That's their MO. But when it came to you, there was a sense of, okay, this is someone I can be serious with one day. And I think they thought that you would wait for them. I think they thought that you would wait for them. Maybe you gave them some inclination that you would wait, or maybe that's who you were when the relationship started. You were that patient, kind person, and you kind of just were a little bit passive, and you let them kind of do whatever they wanted to do, rip and run, come and go. But I don't feel that energy anymore, because, like I said, there's movement here, and you're thinking from the headspace of a bigger person or a more mature person, and being more interested in your own higher calling in life, healing those kind of open wounds. And when you do all of that, you get rid of other nonsense too. So this person, I feel like, is a part of that nonsense, the little playboy energy, the kind of full of himself and likes to play games. He'd be the type that would go to parties and would talk to as many girls as possible, knowing that he has no intention of making anything serious with them. Is more like an ego stroke. And you moving ahead with life and growing up and becoming more mature and doing your own thing is like it's like a catalyst for commitment issues with this person. And they probably already had commitment issues, but it's making it worse, because they were thinking that finally, well, here's someone that, sooner or later I'll be able to stop playing games and I can settle down with this person. But now it's like you're not there anymore. So it's kind of like rekindling their commitment issues and making it a little bit worse this time around. So basically, they're damaged goods. Let's keep going. Uh, in terms of your relationships, it's like you see your worth now. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. That's really all I can say. Okay, looks like we're back. All right, but yeah, you're all about self worth. Self worth. Yeah, I do talk about that a lot. That's who I am. That's what I channel. But yeah, in your relationships, you're kind of seeing your self worth. That's helping you to kind of temper your attitude too. So these little, issues that may be a bother for you, you're learning to be more graceful in dealing with them. Your temper is not really getting the best of you anymore. You're seeing yourself as like a queen or a king of worth, and you're acting that way too. So there's a certain amount of grace that comes with royalty. This is so annoying. I'm so sorry, y'all. There's a certain amount of grace that comes with royalty, and that's how you are conducting yourself in your relationships. I feel that it will make you yeah, definitely. Just your emotional state is valuable to you now. So that good mental state is valuable. If you were in a place where you used to get just your emotional state is valuable to you now. So that good mental state is valuable. If you were in a place where you used to get anxious when you would get to work or when you would get around people or connect with people, it's like you're learning to deal with that anxiety. A lot of it came from those deep issues that you've been healing with a family member. When you open that line of communication, it's helping to heal some of that anxiety that you feel with other people. So that's actually bringing you worth too. A good, solid, stable mental health. That's valuable to you, especially in relation to you working with others. A lot of dark things are turning around for you. We keep talking about the first world problems, but I really just feel good about this reading because a lot of things that you were experiencing that put you in a dark place, they're turning around for you. And that's awesome. I think that's why you don't really have time or attention for nonsense. It's like, why would I? So many good things are happening to me. So many amazing things are popping off in my life. So many opportunities that I'm talking to people that I never had a chance to talk to before. Just things are really good, like the major things anyway. A lot of dark places that were in your life, light has been shined on them. And I don't mean like people put a spotlight on you and they see your dirty laundry. I mean like goodness, growth. When I mean like how plants get that photosynthesis process going and they're able to grow because of sunlight. It's like that, like a good shining warm light is shining on your life. The hand of God is on your life. That's what it feels like when some of these dark phases that maybe you went through for a long time, are you're seeing them come to an end. You're seeing, the promised land on the horizon is like this long journey that you've had for a long time, and you're starting to see the other side of it, and it's beautiful. And I do feel that kind of spiritual aspect here, like blessings. You've walked this road, you've ran this race, and sometimes it's like God had to carry you to get you there. It kind of felt that way, but it's like you see yourself really getting there now. And for a long time, maybe you doubted that you would get there. But a lot of the really dark, deep, hurtful, depressing things that may have been going on in your life, they're starting to heal themselves. They're starting to go away. They're starting to be washed away. So this is really good energy in terms of that moving forward energy that we've been feeling here in this reading. Now, some things that you used to want to do, some adventures that you used to want to have, and maybe you kind of put them on the back burner because things were getting tough and you were just in a dark place. I feel that you are revisiting that and you're coming out with this kind of playful energy. Like if there was a playful energy that you felt had been lost because of all that was going on in your life, that's returning. That's returning, and it's very attractive. So don't be surprised if people come back to you who maybe you had some sexual tension with before. Don't be surprised if they reintroduce themselves into your life. I'm not saying to have no fling or anything, but that's completely up to you. We all grown in here, but just saying it's the energy that's happening around here. I think other people see that you're moving too. For a long time, your reputation might have been in a, I'm not saying a bad place, but when you were going through all of this stuff or when you were estranged from family, people may have known. You know what I'm saying? And people just know things. It's not necessarily to say that they were gossiping about you or they were talking about you. It just could have been brought up in conversation, like, oh my God, did you see the other day on Facebook when so and so wrote this about so and so? Or, I heard old girl kicked blase out, or I heard that those two used to be real tight and they don't talk no more. Like, that kind of stuff. People, they really don't mean to be malicious. It's just sometimes people need stuff to talk about. So it could have been a thing where, your name was kind of thrown around a little bit when you were going through a bad period, and um, people may have, kind of discussed what you were going through on the surface, because they didn't know what was really going on deep down inside, or in the depths of the situation. But they could have talked about, on the surface, what had happened or whatever. But I feel like that's changing too. So in terms of you maturing and you becoming this person who is really after your higher calling, and you being the bigger person and just carrying yourself in a new and different way, your demeanor just changing, you being a lot more calm, being a lot more stable and a lot more graceful, people see that too. So just as much as they may talk, whatever, and quick little, did you hear about so and so? They be like, dang, I see old girl the other day. She look good. Just in passing in regular conversation. So that whole narrative around your name is starting to change, I feel. That's a part of that victorious moving forward too. Like, people are starting to kind of see you different, and not in a bad way. They're kind of start your reputation or the connotation around you is starting to elevate a little bit in their mind. So that's always good. That's always, worth something. If you don't have nothing else in this world, you have your name. And if you have a good name in people's minds, that's good. Yeah, I mean, the King of Cups here is in this card position where I'm just talking about how you just have control over your emotions, and people are seeing how you are a lot more graceful now, and you kind of carry yourself with this royal air. You take really good care of yourself, and you're taking care of the things around you that need to be taken care of. I mean, we all know when you go through a depression, a lot of stuff falls by the wayside. I mean, you stop cleaning, you stop doing your hair, you stop taking care of your body, you stop going to buy new clothes. It's a lot of things that don't get taken care of, but it's like now those things are being taken care of. And in addition to taking care of them for yourself, you're also able to maybe start taking care of other people. I don't mean enabling anyone or allowing people to use you, but now that you are taking care of your own life, you have the kind of emotional availability and the resources to be able to extend a hand to other people. So maybe you may be doing a lot more volunteer work, or you're reaching out to just see how you can be a helping hand to people in your friends or your family network. However that energy may play out in your life, you're a lot more available now, and you're someone that people can actually come to and that they can receive from, because you have enough to give. You are starting to feel that overflow in your life. And I said the light is kind of shining on you. You're starting to feel that overflow in your life where you can actually be a blessing to other people. So that's the energy from what is this, the ninth to the 14th. I don't even remember what the date is. Let me see. Yeah, from the 8th to the 14th. From the 8th to the 14th. So this is all good energy. I'm not saying everything is going to resolve itself in 1 week, but it's really looking good to have you moving forward, healing, get away from nonsense, valuing yourself, people seeing you in a better light, taking care of yourself, and in turn being able to take better care of other people, especially your own children. There's an energy here. If you have children who are of age, maybe you starting to have more of a friend-like relationship, still being the disciplinarian, still being the caretaker, the provider, but just having an open level of conversation with them too, having the open communication with them too. That could be it, the parent-child relationship here that I'm talking about that maybe was a little bit strained. Picking up, becoming a little bit better. In the end, a lot of conflict that was going on in your life, or that may still be going on in your life from the 8th to the 14th, it could, don't get me wrong, it could still be going on. These little problems can still be, nitpicking at you or whatever, but you've developed a bit of resilience. You've developed this energy here of like, not falling for it. Can't shake me. Life is too good. I'm too appreciative. I have too much. I have too much. Why would I need to backtrack and get myself in an emotional uproar about nothing? It's just not worth it. So that's the type of energy that I'm feeling for the 8th through the 14th of September. Lovely reading. Very mellow, very chill, very graceful, kind of royal air about it. You have three kings showing up here and a queen. So very royal air about it. You're handling business. The kings here more so than the queens tells me that it's not just a sitting there and receiving good things, but really you taking care of business and going about it in a grown way, in a grown person way. And I'm all for that. So yeah, that has been your reading from September 8th to the 14th. Y'all, I'm so sorry about the shoddy connection. I know that's why more people don't watch my videos while I'm out here in this countryside. So until I get, a fiber optic internet, I guess this is kind of going to be the best I can do in terms of streaming. But yeah, thank you for watching. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Okay. Bye.